like everything's had to wait to the last minute this year.
Well, luckily, Christmas, like most other things, comes whether you're ready for it or not.
You know, it's going to seem strange not having Eden here.
Oh, I don't know.
No?
No. I mean, we'll miss her, but your father and I always anticipated and hoped for that you'd all have family attachments of your own. Sorry, subtlety isn't my middle name, is it?
No, it's not, Mother. Mama. I know that it's hard for you to understand why Jeffrey and I decided to spend Christmas separately.
No, it's not hard for me to understand, but I can't help thinking it's my fault.
Oh, Mother, please. No one asked us to do this.
Then why are you going to do it, Kelly? It isn't what you want.
Because anything else would offend someone.
Oh,
That's
who
why.
cares? I mean, that's like saying if the tree isn't trimmed and the packages aren't wrapped, then you can't have Christmas. Well, that's just too bad. Christmas is going to happen anyway.
Can you honestly say that it wouldn't bother you if I spent the day with Pamela?
I can honestly say to you that I shouldn't be involved in that.
Well, then trust me, Mama. It's a lot better this way.
I know. When Mason comes by later tonight, the three of us can sing Christmas carols together.
That should please the neighbors no end.
Perhaps you'd like to ask Kelly to join us as well.
I already told you about that.
All right, darling. All right. It was only a suggestion.
Look, she is spending a holiday with her family. I am spending it with mine.
Darling, I can't tell you how thrilled I am that you wanted to be here with your brother and me. Our very first Christmas together. I know. I know it wasn't a very easy decision to reach.
Yeah. At the time, it seemed like the only one possible.
What is this? Does everybody like me better drunk? To Judge Larson, best wishes throughout the new year. Keith Timmons, D.A. Who would... My own family? $65? 60... Whom can I afford to offend?
This better be good, Timmons.
Did anyone tell you that it's Christmas Eve?
My friends, justice takes no holidays.
Where did you hear that? Dragnet?
Where have you been all day? I left you a message at 10 o'clock this morning.
What do you want us to do? Sit around at the office all day waiting to be summoned by you?
Oh, no! You had better things to do, like helping Santa Claus escape with his reindeer.
We thought that you released him.
Please, sing me the song and dance.
How did he get out of lockup?
You know, why is it that every time one of your clients escapes from prison, you guys never know how he got out until a bargain is on the table?
No, really, we were surprised as you were to find him gone, and we finally figured that you grew a heart at the last minute.
Would
How foolish
you
of us.
can it before I stuff your stocking with coal while you're still in it? Okay, here's the horse trade. The toy company is willing to cut a deal here for a little PR. As long as you get Kris Kringle back and put him into a psych placement, they'll trade it for a little PR.
How are we supposed to do that? We don't know where he is.
When do you have to have him?
Tonight. If it isn't tonight, then there's no PR, then there's no deal. I mean, unless you have Kris Kringle here tonight, he will be next year during Christmas hanging out sugar plums in a prison. Merry Christmas to you guys. I have to go look at a lineup. You know, what do you get for a woman that has everything but a husband? You'd know, wouldn't you? Little man, make you happy?
Gina? Gina, can you hear me? Gina, I can hardly hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Well, my break is coming up, and I thought maybe I'd come on over and... Gina, what the hell is going on over there?
Nothing. Look, I've got a better idea. Well, why don't I come over there? That way you won't waste time driving here and driving back. And besides, I've been cooped up in here all day.
Gina.
What is that noise?
It's music. You know how I love music.
Gina, that is not music.
It's one of those relaxation tapes. You know, the one that has the sounds of the ocean and the forest and the...
Oh, really? What ocean is that supposed to sound like?
It's the rural tape. I guess you only really find it relaxing if you were brought up on a farm like I was.
I thought you grew up in Atlantic City.
I did. My father raised poultry in the backyard.
Look, why don't I just take a shower and catch a cab, and I'll be over there soon.
Bye. That's it. I've had it. Wait a minute, I told you to stay in there. Listen, don't send me back there. Those geese are vicious. They're killers. Well, why don't you take your maids and milking and go someplace else? Listen, honey, if I don't stay until midnight, I don't get paid. Well, if you deserve to be bird seed, get in there. Who is it? Let me guess. 9 drummers drumming.
You got it. The other guys are trying to park the van. That cow's blocking your driveway. So, where do you want it?
All right, thank you very much.
Any new leads on Chris?
I thought you went home.
No, I called Mrs. Cobb and she said she could sit with Samantha for a couple more hours. Besides, I found something.
Julia, you should be home. It's Christmas Eve. At least I don't have anybody there waiting for me.
My holiday cheer cannot withstand the thought of that sweet man going to prison. Now, here. I found this. It's an application that he filled out during the charity gala. And it's got a local address.
Don't you think the police would have looked here by now?
I hope not.
Are my ears ringing?
No. We heard those before. Remember when we went to see Chris at lockup? Do you think we can find the place there? I don't know where it is.
It's in the mountains.
Where in the mountains?
Due north.
A deal. Here you are, you're out in the streets, playing Santa Claus, picking people's pockets. I mean, what are you going to claim? Temporary insanity?
I'm talking mutual back scratching here. Mutual back scratching.
Gee, I can't figure out whether you're trying to bribe me or get me to take my clothes off. Lock 'em up, Jensen.
Come on, buddy. Information, Mr. DA, about a certain heist to a certain toy store, to the tune of certain 10 thou.
You tell me where the perpetrator is?
I know you're looking for the wrong man.
Says who?
Furthermore, the alleged people or persons involved have other activities you may be interested in.
You get me one conviction, I'll get you a fine, and you'll do some community service. 2, I can do better than that.
I feel a song coming on.
Jensen, take him in the next room and get a statement.
What's the matter with you?
Streets ain't safe enough for decent people anymore. Or with everybody and their mother's boyfriend buying guns.
Ooh, baby, did you get winged? Come here. Let me see.
A city hospital took care of me.
Really? Seems to me a gunshot wound there is supposed to report to the police. That's law.
Hey, you see the type of guy I am? I don't make trouble, I make deals.
How much it cost you?
Benjamin Franklin times 5. A great patriot, may he rest in peace.
Who was the lucky doctor?
Some young kid. Tall, long dark hair. Sharp enough. But personally, I'll never trust a doctor that doesn't wear a tie.
Okay, come on, buddy.
Kringle!
Looks like somebody's here.
Yeah, well, there's no car outside. No tracks in the snow.
Chris?
You get the feeling we've walked into a fairy tale or something? This place looks like an illustration out of The Night Before Christmas.
Chris?
Maybe we should peek up the chimney.
Wow. Look at these ornaments.
Quaint.
They must be 100 years old.
Welcome. Oh, I didn't mean to startle you. You see, I very seldom get guests up here. You surprised me. Well, what can I get you?
Chris, we're not here as guests. We've come to take you back to Santa Barbara.
Tonight? Oh, that's impossible. I know you're angry with me because I left without saying goodbye.
Well, no, but the DA is kind of upset. He frowns on people escaping from jail.
Oh, well, that's too bad. But, you know, tonight's Christmas Eve, and, well, I'll write a nice note and explain everything to him.
Oh, I'm afraid that's not going to work.
Oh, really?
See, Chris, if we don't bring you back here, things are going to be real difficult when we have to go to trial.
Well, I appreciate you being concerned for me after all, but we can't possibly leave. Look at the weather.
Well, yeah, I'll admit that it is coming down a little harder now, but once the main...
Mason, where's your car?
It was right over... Good Lord, it's almost buried. There must be 6 or 8 inches of new snow out there.
Well, we haven't been here long enough to... Chris?
Good evening, Pamela. I would like to have a word with you concerning a matter about your son and my daughter.
Come in.
Thank you.
Please, sit down.
Well, it is obvious to me, as it must be to you, that the discord between the two of us has caused a great amount of unhappiness between our children.
Yes, and so uncalled for.
My feelings exactly.
There's no reason why we couldn't be friends.
Well, I'm afraid that does not number among one of the many solutions we could have.
I see. Then would you rather convince them that because you dislike me so much, it should be a cause for rejoicing?
No, Pamela. The problem, as I see it, is that our presumption that our children see our situation as we see it.
Well, I've never tried to influence Jeffrey for or against anyone.
Be that as it may, their loyalties to us clearly conflicts with their loyalties towards each other, and we are responsible for that. I would like us to make sure that they realize their marriage is far more important than any discord between us.
I agree. But I have broached the subject to Jeffrey more than once, and he just thinks I'm being mother.
I see. Well, how would it be if I spoke to him?
Right. Might help. Perhaps it'd be helpful if I also spoke to Kelly.
Possibly. If you can be sincere.
This is all very civilized. I hardly know what to do.
Mrs. Cobb, please give her a big, huge kiss from me. I hate being away from her tonight of all nights. I know. Yeah. Listen, we should be back in a couple of hours as soon as the roads clear up and the snow stops, okay? Tell her I love her, all right? And Chip too. Okay, bye. Thanks.
Julia? Wheels just keep spinning. We're dug in really deep now.
Oh, then you...
You should be ashamed of yourself.
He should be ashamed of himself, trying to pass himself off as a legend. Poor fools that don't know any better.
Are you calling anyone who's ever believed in Santa Claus a fool? Because if you are, be sure to include yourself.
Never.
Fool?
No, I knew Santa Claus was a myth from the beginning. I didn't hesitate to tell my father.
Oh, yeah, I can picture that. And what did he say?
Well, he told me rather proudly that I was wise beyond my years.
Yeah, well, that just shows you how unwise he was. Every child child deserves the right to believe in something magical.
What's the point? If all the fairy tales never come true. I can still remember the disillusionment on my sister's and my brother's face when they lost faith in Santa Claus. All the other imaginary wonders of the world.
Believing in nothing is still a kind of belief. And no more reasonable than any other, if you ask me.
Santa's workshop. It's dust.
To you, maybe. Not to him. And he's happy. So you tell me, who's the bigger fool?
No, I'm telling you, Gina is going to love it. Listen, do you know if they have any of those relaxation-type tracks on discs? When she was listening to something today, you wouldn't believe it. Yeah, all right, okay, I'll check it out. Listen, Kathleen, you've been a doll, really. If it wasn't for you, I'd still be talking to those stereo salesmen who were driving me up the wall. Listen, Kathleen, I've got to run, okay? Merry Christmas, and thanks again. Bye. Gina!
You were talking to Kathleen again?
You shouldn't have been eavesdropping. How much did you hear?
How much did you say?
Excuse me, Dr. Clark?
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Do you recognize this man?
Yeah.
And did you treat him for a gunshot wound?
Yeah, I did.
And failed to notify the police department, didn't you, sir?
Well, what's all this about?
Oh, I'm afraid you're going to have to come with us, Dr. Clark.
Keith, what are you doing? What's going on here? What are you doing to him?
We have a warrant for his arrest, accessory to a felony.
Don't worry, Gina, I'll be all right.
Okay, Doctor.
Wait, Scott.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me.
I'm not going to be the only handicapped person in this room if you don't let Scott go.
Hi. It's just for the night. I'll give him a stern talking to, and tomorrow he'll walk.
Keith, that's not good enough.
He committed a crime.
Why do you do this to me? Why do you hate me so much?
Hate you? I worship the ground you tap on. I wish you could see all this. I got all these the beautiful presents for you. Look, hey, wait, hold it here. This is feel. It's a dress. It's pure. It's silk. It's designer
Keith,
original.
then fine, you wear it.
This here. Your own personal butler.
I am your love slave. How can I serve you?
Keith, I don't want a loved slave. I want Scott back.
Well, I thought after last night...
What, last night? Nothing happened last night, Keith, unless it happened in your imagination. And even if I was beginning to think about you differently, you ruined that by what you did tonight.
He's probably already asleep. I mean, he's comfortable. He has everything he needs.
Well, I don't have everything I need, Keith. I need Scott. And if you don't let him go, I'm never going to forgive you.
Williams, bring the file up for Dr. Clark, okay? He'll be home for the holidays.
Don't expect me to thank you.
No, I don't. But what will I do with the presents? Hi, this is the guy that asked for 12 Lords of Leaping. Something's come up.
The message you got from Kelly was not from her, it was from me.
Oh, is there something in particular that you want?
Yes. I don't want to see my daughter unhappy.
Well, nor do I.
Well, that's what I'm trying to fix up. Then maybe you and I can do something possibly to remedy the situation.
Oh, and what did you have in mind? A different husband for her, perhaps?
I thought of that. I never trusted you. I never even liked you. Trusted you. Anyway, at long last, I'm realizing it's like a knee-jerk situation. I finally realized that I just couldn't stand the fact that my daughters got serious about anybody, and it bothered me a lot.
That's so?
Yes. Any casual relationships didn't bother me. Anytime they wanted to get married to a guy, I couldn't abide by it. Even with Cruz. Point is, I was wrong. You've got good sense. You got some dignity. You treat her with respect. Obviously, she adores you. If you have any failing, it's only one, is that you're under the influence of too many people. Mainly myself and your mother.
Oh, so now you're trying to influence me not to be influenced by you?
Yes, you got it. I want you to be able to tell all of us to go be hanged and go off in another direction with Kelly. That's what I want you to do.
Leading preferably away from my mother, I take...
Will you leave your mother and me out of this? Look, don't you understand? You're under the misguided impression that Sophia wants Kelly here and your mother wants you there. That's not the case. We want you all together. That is the long and the short of it.
Oh, there's nothing that I want more, but just tell me one thing. How do you presume to know what Pamela feels or doesn't feel about this matter?
Because we talked about it when I asked her. We talked just tonight.
You and my mother.
You discussed this with Daddy?
Yes, at some length. Do you find that so hard to imagine? Kelly, your father and I have very grave differences, but they're very well defined, and they don't extend to the future that we want for you and for Jeffrey. In that, we're in perfect agreement.
Well, frankly, I'm not very comfortable with the thought of the two of you planning our future, or our present for that matter.
Kelly, it wasn't like that at all. You don't think very much of me, do you?
You're Jeffrey's mother, Pamela.
Let's be quite candid with each other. When you get to my age, something rather odd happens. You find that you can like people who don't necessarily like you. In fact, you can enjoy their company, even find things to like in their character of people you would find quite disgraceful. You simply make mental allowances.
I just find it hard sometimes to understand some of the things you've done. The oil rig, for instance, that seemed to me like opportunism, and on the other hand, I don't really understand my parents' attitude either. I mean, they have been on the attack ever since you arrived. The bottom line is, there are issues that haven't been discussed with me, and that's their business, not mine.
I like you, Kelly. You're very good for Jeffrey, and you have a very independent mind. Now, look, I urge you to exercise it. If your father and I can agree that your marriage should be above meddling and sniping, then surely you can do that too.
This is the best meal I have ever had. You put my cooking to shame.
Oh, you cook the same meal year after year, and in a decade or two, you'll get it right yourself. You'd like some brandy?
Well, why not? Nobody's driving anywhere.
All right, good, except me. Yeah, you'll have to forgive me, but I can't have any. In an hour, it'll be midnight.
You know, Chris, you don't mind if I call you that, do you?
Oh, no. Mr. Kringle sounds so stuffy.
Well, I've always wondered, do all your presents for the whole world, for Australia and Europe and Los Angeles and so on, do they all fit in your sleigh? Or do you have to make more than one trip?
Oh, no. They all fit, no. It's quite a feat of packing, if I must say so myself. But remember now, good things come in small packages. And sometimes no packages at all.
So sometimes you skip people.
Oh, no. You see, some Christmas wishes, well, they just simply can't be wrapped.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I had a Christmas wish every year when I was a child.
Yes, I know.
Well, then you must know that it never came true. I went to bed every Christmas Eve hoping that when I woke up,
that your mother had come back to you. Yeah. Don't you see you can only have that dream come true once? And this is your year. Don't you see? Yes, your mother had the same wish. Oh, it was a tough one to pull off. But she had another child to raise.
I never believed in you.
Yes, I know. But it's not a requirement. I'm not Tinkerbell.
Touché.
You know, people don't stop wishing. Oh, they'll always have their dreams, whether there's hope or not. That's why I'll always have this job. You see? Well, I'm going to have to ask you all to leave me now.
But Chris, it's still snowing.
I know, but it'll clear up in the morning. Now, there's plenty of sleeping quarters upstairs.
Oh, no. We can't stay overnight. I can't.
What choice do we have?
No, don't worry now. Your daughter and, well, your daughter will be fine. You'll have a wonderful day tomorrow.
I'm worried about you, too. If we don't get you back to the DA, you're in big trouble.
Oh, don't worry. We both have plenty to keep ourselves occupied. Now, I must insist that you retire now. Because what happens in this room in the next few minutes, well, I can't even share with my best friends like you. Okay?
You better go, Julia. The elves will be arriving any minute.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Good night.
Night.
Tell me, Chris.
Yes?
What are you getting me for Christmas?
Not what you think.
Well, come on, you can tell me. It's almost midnight.
Oh, come on now. A gift's a gift. You know, temptation can be a wonderful gift if used wisely.
You mean in moderation?
Not exactly. But come on. Don't let me spoil it for you. Hit the rack.
All right. Be that way. Merry Christmas, Chris.
Merry Christmas to you, Mason. Now get upstairs. Rankin.
Yes, sir.
Showtime.
All right.
I can feel it everywhere. Even though right now we may be far apart.
Oh, this sleeping quarters?
He meant the bathroom.
There's only one bed.
Yeah, and what a bed. Nice to know the romance hasn't gone out for Santa and the missus.
Very nice. I'm sleeping downstairs.
Julia.
He couldn't know what he was doing.
Julia, just leave him be. If we go down there now, he's got no place to go except out in the snow. It's got to make us think that he's down there harnessing reindeer or something.
You've certainly had a change of heart.
Well, I may have needled him a little bit, but he didn't seem to mind. I see no reason to be cruel. We all build our lives around things that seem like illusion to other people. Justice might be a good example. Family, love. When you see through somebody's private illusion, the polite thing to do is just keep your mouth shut and hope they don't see through yours. Mercy, I think he must have slipped something into my brandy.
That's your delusion.
Well, then don't tell me.
I think you're too clear-sighted to be kind. I saw through that a long time ago.
I don't feel dangerous.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. There are times when this whole situation has been very costly to both of us.
I know. That's why you keep me at arm's length. It's why we bicker. Why we're afraid to be alone together.
I think I'm afraid that I'm not good enough a person to do what I know is the right thing to do. But I want to be.
Me too. I seem to want a lot of things that are mutually exclusive.
I don't have to make love to you to let you know how much I care about you. And I don't have to be an unpleasant incident between you and Victoria. At least I hope not. That's all I meant to say.
There's a lot I could say.
There's no need.
My, we're being awfully mature about this, aren't we?
Well, it's not the brandy. Because I didn't have any.
Take it. The list.
You've already checked it, sir.
Well, we're going to check it twice. Now, let's see. Oh, Gina Capwell. She's in the neighborhood. Is she naughty or nice?
Well, sir, judging from previous years.
Oh, now, we're not going back to previous years. You know, she's helped all of those injured men in the hospital. I know what I'm going to bring her. I just wonder if she, wants it.
So you did it for me.
Well, I know I shouldn't have taken the money, but there it was, and he was gone. And I thought about the CD and how much you wanted it. That's where Kathleen came in, you see. She's a stereo fanatic.
And she helped you pick it out.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here being jealous. I'm sorry. You ever forgive me for being such an idiot?
You did get me out of jail, didn't you?
It's a wonderful gift. It's perfect. Thanks.
Well, I just wish that I was able to give you what I really want to give you. But maybe someday.
What do you really want to give me, Scott?
Your sight back? I'm sorry. Was that a tactless thing to say? I just hope you realize that it really doesn't matter to me.
But it does to me. I'm almost afraid of it.
Why?
Because we only got to know each other after my accident, because you had to help me adjust to being blind. Otherwise, we might never have gotten to know each other.
Yes, but what you didn't realize was that I had ulterior motives all along.
Well, that makes two of us.
We would have met, one way or the other.
But everything's so wonderful, just the way that it is. And if one thing changed, everything might change.
The only thing that's going to change is that I am going to love you more and more.
I don't ever want you to give me another Christmas present. Scott, you make all my dreams come true.
Gina, why is there a chicken in your living room?
Pamela Conrad. Naughty or nice?
That's what everybody wants to know, sir.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt about what she wants.
Merry Christmas, Cece. Merry Christmas.
Cece and Sophia Capwell. What does one give to a couple who have everything? Or ought to have?
I need a cookie. I really need a cookie.
Don't you dare, Brandon, put those out for Santa Claus.
I don't care, but gift giving is hard work.
Oh, I'm going to pretend I didn't see that.
Why are we doing this in the middle of the night? It's a habit forming or what? I mean, we're the only ones here in the house except for Brandon. He's going to be gone in the morning with Gina.
I'm not sleepy, are you?
No, I'm hungry.
Well, Kelly hasn't come back, and that's a good sign, right?
Yeah, that worked out just fine, don't you think?
Was it difficult?
Think anything with Pamela is easy? No. We got what we want.
Mm-hmm.
An empty house on Christmas Eve.
Yep.
All I want is my family with me. With enough strong locks to keep them locked in here.
Yeah, well, that would have just ensured that we would have bred a whole brood of little locksmiths.
That's very funny. I suppose you're right.
I remember a time that we would have given everything we own just to be alone in the house together.
I suppose that you know that you keep it from being the end of the world for me.
I really wasn't hinting. It was more remembering.
Have we lost something along the way?
We might lose something every day, but we gain a little, I guess. I think at this point we're probably ahead.
I do count my blessings, you know. And most wealthy men count their blessings. I mean, they count something. But I do know my blessings come from you. Don't ever leave me.
I don't even think about it. If I did, I couldn't imagine it. Don't ever make me.
Who's next? Oh, our newlyweds. Oh, they've been so patient and understanding. What's worthy of them, would you say?
Thanks for waiting.
Thanks for coming.
You're my wife. Whither thou goest, I goest. That hasn't exactly been our motto of late, has it?
No?
I missed you today.
I missed you. Jeffrey, we're making the sacrifice that nobody wants, including us.
So who do we offend? Your family or mine?
I don't think we have to offend anyone.
Yeah, well, I suppose we could spend the night at home and have breakfast with your father, go back to my mother's for dinner,
I have
but
a better idea. We have a home of our own. Or had before we moved.
Cottage?
Yes, why not? All you'd have to do is relight the furnace.
Oh, but we don't have any food.
Well, see, I ordered groceries and I had them delivered to the house already. But listen, if you don't want to do it, it was just an idea. It's fine. We don't...
It's a wonderful idea.
Oh, it ought to be good for something.
You're too good for me. But I'm certainly not about to go and tell you that now, am I? Am I?
And then, of course, we can't forget my new friends. Oh, their kind is hard to please. Oh, so much they want, but so little they'll accept.
You awake?
Sort of.
Merry Christmas. It's past midnight, give or take a minute or two.
It's nice, isn't it?
What?
The way that things worked out tonight. I know it can all change tomorrow, but just for tonight. Just for a minute. It's good to be calm and content. And be with you. Not to feel ashamed of anything.
Somebody once told me that temptation could be a blessing if used wisely.
I guess it can. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Julia. I just made my New Year's resolution.
Tonight on NBC Nightly News, a poignant message from hostage Terry Anderson. We'll hear what he has to say about U.S. efforts to free the 10 American hostages in Lebanon. Tonight on NBC Nightly News.